When it comes to you being successful, how much of your success are you putting on the dealership? And what I mean by that is, are you saying that you could be more successful if the dealership changed a few things in order to help you out? Would you be more successful? Should the dealership change certain things for you to be successful? Are you not successful right now because of what the dealership is doing? These are things that I hear, often. I read comments, and I just, I don't find this to be true. I just don't. In the 20 years that I've been doing this, I've never put my success on the dealership. I've always put the success on me. The dealership provides me the tools that I can utilize to be successful. And I have choice to make. If the dealership doesn't have the right tools, it's just not the right dealership, I can leave. I can leave that dealership and go to a different dealership. But I shouldn't expect that dealership to change for my personal gain. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't have conversations, about maybe things could be better, or hey, maybe we could do this. I think that we can have those conversations, and those conversations need to be about how do we better the store, and leave you out of it, because the dealership isn't there for you personally. The dealership is there to provide a service to customers, and then to give jobs to people to fulfill those roles of providing for the customers. That's how it all works. And then the people that put the risk up and the money up to build the dealership, it's up to them to decide how they want to run it, what tools they want to use. And it's your job to fully understand those tools and how to utilize those tools to your benefit. Most of the tools inside the dealership don't even get utilized. They're getting wasted because most people, instead of actually taking the time to figure these tools out, would rather talk about how they're no good. They're a waste of money. I don't want to use them. They're not going to do us any good. The actual reality is we're being lazy, and we don't want to change. We don't want to change with the time. I've seen this numerous times in my 20 years. And maybe I was, just been in the 20 years and been lucky enough to see, the different changes that have actually been a pretty solid impact on the car business. And maybe just going through all those made me realize that, like, there's not one single thing that the dealership can do that's going to make me a success overnight. It's the things that I'm going to do that are going to make me successful. And I'm not saying there's not bad dealerships out there and bad managers out there that just don't know what they're doing. I'm sure that's the case. But if that building is standing and that building isn't going under, and that dealership is still there month after month, they're doing something right. Unless they just got a bunch of money that they want to burn, chances are they're doing something right. So if you changed your mindset if you want to be successful, it's up to you and you only. And then the managers, the owners, they're just going to assist you in being successful. They'll assist you, but they're not there to hold your hand through your success. I thought a long time ago, I'm like, you know what? Working at the dealership's never going to make me wealthy. It's just never going to make me wealthy. But what I do with that money outside of work will determine whether or not I get wealthy. But at the dealership level, it doesn't matter how much I make. You see it all the time. The more money you make, the more you spend. It happens all the time. Why is that the dealership's problem? But back to your success. Let's refocus, and let's have a new mindset moving forward. We're almost to the end of 2025. We're going to get into 2026. And I don't know about you, but every year I don't want it to be the same. I strive for more. Just recently, I've been at my dealership for 9 years, at this dealership, and I thought about leaving. And I was going to go to a totally different brand in a totally different city because I was going to get promoted. I was going to take on a new role. I didn't really want to do it because I love where I'm at. I love everything about it. My quality of life is amazing. And when I got to talking to my dealership about, me leaving or staying, a question got asked: how much was the other place going to offer me? I didn't even bring it up. I didn't even talk about it because it's not important to me. I mean, it is important to me. Obviously, I want to make as much money as possible. But what I'm saying is that it's not. What was important to me was getting promoted, to learn my skills, because I knew that if I got promoted and I could hang in there and I could dig in my claws more into the dealership, learn more, eventually it'll pay off. Eventually I'll make more money. But most people would rather jump ship due to that figure, and the whole conversation would have been about the difference figure. What are they paying me? And I didn't care about that, right? Because I know I can be successful where I'm at. I got offered the role to get promoted at my dealership. It's going great. But now in the new role, if I'm going to be a successful general manager and I'm going to move up and just actually learn it, that's on me. That's on me. Yeah, my dealership owes a little bit of obligation to teach me, show me how they want things done. But at the end of the day, it's on me. If I want to figure out parts and service, that's on me. If I want to learn effectiveness in the service and sales and all that stuff, that's on me. Okay, that's on me. There's classes I could go to. OEM has classes you can go to. Your owner would more than happy share knowledge with you. I mean, heck, you could go on YouTube, Facebook. There's all these different places I'm going to be able to go to get better. And it's funny because in the new role, one of the first things I decided to do as the assistant general manager at the moment, what I decided to do was message every single service customer once we closed an RO. So that's about 800 a month. So I'm messaging about 800 people a month, and I'm still very active in the CRM on the sales side. But here's the thing. Most people aren't willing to do that. Most people aren't willing to get into the dirt and get dirty. Like, we got nothing without the customer. The business doesn't exist without the customer. So I could go to my owners and I could tell them, oh man, we need this new tool, we need this, and we need to do this, and we need to do this, and then if we do all this, man, it's just going to change everything. And that's possible. It's possible. I got a lot of good ideas, so it's possible. But if you don't talk to the customer, none of those tools matter. If you can't talk to your staff, train your staff, hold your staff accountable, new tools will fail. I mean, look, you're as a sales guy, I want you to write down how many tools you can utilize as a salesperson right now, and you're not. I mean, just at our dealership, we got Roadster, which is a online buying platform. We got our DriveCentric CRM. We got Kelly Blue Book. We got vAuto. Just a couple of core things that we use as a salesperson. And I'm willing to bet, even at my store, not everybody utilizes these tools the exact way they're supposed to. That's partly on me, but that's on them as well. I know I've showed them the tools. I know I've showed them how to use it. I know I've told them that, hey, I'm more than happy to go over it again with you. And for the most part, we're pretty well dialed in. But I think there's another layer where you become ultra successful because you got another layer, and you know these tools inside and out. Whatever the tools are that you use, you utilize them inside and out. Or you can talk about how the tool sucks and we shouldn't use it. Oh, Kelley Blue Book leads that we get are garbage. You know, they're a waste of my time. Or you can actually start tracking it and figuring out what it actually takes to get engagement on a Kelley Blue Book lead, and how to actually buy their vehicle or get them to trade it in. So it's like you got two options. You can say that Kelley Blue Book leads and the Kelley Blue Book platform is terrible, or you could dig in, really know the system, really know the habits of these customers, and spend a bunch of time really mastering it, that it won't pay you at the beginning, okay? Here's the key. It won't pay you at the beginning. And then after you master it, you get the rewards. And then everybody else is going to look at you like, oh, you're getting some special treatment. But they didn't recognize the time that you put in, that you weren't getting paid nothing for. They didn't spend all the hours and all the follow-up that you did with all these Kelley Blue Book leads just so you could figure out the system, the habits, and how to utilize it the best. They don't see that. But I see that because if, let's say you dug into Kelley Blue Book leads at your store, and let's just say, okay, let's just throw a crazy number out there. Let's just say you start buying 20 cars a month. Okay, I know this might be far-fetched, but let's just say you start buying 20 cars a month. Yes, it will take time. I get it, right? Okay, let's just say a year from now. You got it so well dialed that with Kelley Blue Book leads, you know, you're buying 20 a month. You get so good, now you're working the service drive, but you're buying 20 cars a month. Do you think that would open up the doors for you at the dealership? Do you think that would open up the doors for you becoming a sales manager because somehow you were able to do something nobody else could do? You think that catches the attention of the used car managers? Hey, how's this guy, how's he buying 20 cars a month for us? How's he doing that? Do you think that opens up the eyes a little bit to everybody? Do you think the owner starts asking questions? Hey, how is this person doing this? Yeah, it does. It does. And then magical things happen. But most of you aren't willing to do that. Most of you are living in the now, and you're expecting the dealership to give to you so you can be successful. But when it comes time for you just to reach out to a customer, you to utilize the tools that you have, you to hold other people accountable that are helping you, you fail to do all that. You fail to do that. So why should the dealership give you more if you can't handle and master what you already have? I'm just being real here. Why? Why should somebody give you more if you can't handle what you already have? It's like at home. You got chores for your kid and they're not getting them done. Punishment would not be giving them more chores because they don't even do the chores that you gave them. So by punishing them to give them more chores, they're not going to do them. So all you're really doing is getting more frustrated. That'd be the same thing at the dealership. If the dealership looks at it and goes, man, we already have staff that doesn't utilize the tools that we have, isn't doing the process the way that we asked, I don't think we should give them more because we're just going to get more frustrated because the things aren't getting done. So if you guys want to succeed and want to do better, start putting all that on your shoulders, okay? Start putting all that on your shoulders. You learn the program. You learn the systems and the tools that we use. You learn the process. You jump in and start holding people accountable. Not the other way around. You. If you want to get more money, you want to get promoted, and you want to do better, it's up to you. But most people, they don't do that. Most people blame. Most people blame others. And it's sad, but it's not just the car business, guys. It's everywhere. This is everywhere this happens. But you can be the change. You can be the change if you'd like to. But you got to take these videos to heart. And you got to utilize what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, hey, have a great day. Make it awesome. Let's get after today. And your success today, totally on your shoulders. And if you think that the dealership that you're working at isn't helping you out, great news. Bunch of dealerships out there. But I promise you, all your problems are going to end up going with you. Have a great day, guys.